Hello, YouTube. So I am, I don't know how far out I am from a mommy makeover. I had it on May 15th, so that's like what, 9, 10 weeks, somewhere in that range. But I had an extended tummy tuck. I had liposuction. I had fat grafting to my breast and to my butt. I had Galaflex. I had a breast lift, and I had a breast augmentation. So I think that was all the things that I had done. I am currently sitting here with my daughter to my left, who you can't see. She is not on camera, although she's about to be. It looks like she's doing a crawl over here. Oh, yeah, there she is. That would be my kid. So anyway, oh gosh, you go eat your ice cream, please. She's eating some Jenny's, what is that, lemon and blueberry parfait ice cream.
It's yummy.
Will you hand that to me, please? It's super delicious. It's like nice and tart. This is what it is. Oh, it's all frosted. Jenny's, let's see. Jenny's lemon and blueberries parfait, tart and uber creamy lemon with from scratch blueberry jam and fresh cultured buttermilk and cream. This stuff is the bomb. It's super good. Here, take that, please.
Okay.
Go eat it.
I just take it away.
So anyway, I am currently wearing a shirt because I did just have on a bra and underwear, but my kid begged me to put clothes on and told me I had to at least put on a shirt. When I asked her why, she said it's because I'm making a video or putting on YouTube. And I was like, dude, I'm done been naked on YouTube, right? Like, I've had on, y'all have seen my boobs, you've seen my body, you've seen my butt. There's not a lot that you've not seen at this point. So, but she insisted I put a shirt on, so I do have a shirt on. Today was hair washing day. Okay, I don't actually need your help, Phoenix. She's clapping for me. So she's apparently my sound girl. Who knew? But today was hair washing day. Oh, it wasn't hair washing. You just kicked my tripod.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't actually hair washing day. I did wet my hair though, and I put some heavy conditioner in it, so it's got a lot of curl to it. So she is supposedly going to go cut the grass after. Oh, and she's going to make sure the dogs have food and water.
I already checked that. They do.
In a little bit. She's going to make sure they're full. She's not just going to check it. She's going to fill up their feeders, and she's going to top off their water. Okay. This is life with a 16-year-old. So anyway, all right, so let's talk about where we're at with this mommy makeover. Lately I've been eating like crap. I've been eating ice cream, as I just told you. And I ate Taco Bell like 4 days in a row. Why? Because I'm super stressed out and I have a lot going on, and so I ate a lot of Taco Bell. So I feel super bloated and swollen. It does not feel great. On Sunday, I went to a shooting range and went shooting, and this very nice gentleman there had a very large rifle that had 3 or 8 rounds, and he's like, do you want to shoot it? And I was like, oh, yeah, I want to shoot it. And so I picked that sucker up and immediately put it back down because it was really heavy. But I did shoot it, and it was lots and lots of fun. And then we shot lots of 9mm rounds and lots of 22 rounds through a revolver. So it was good, but when I noticed that I started having like this weird pain, like about here-ish in my abdomen. And so I came home and I took some Tylenol, and I thought I was okay. Well, the other day I started like working on the back bedrooms, organizing them and moving furniture around because I need to get it ready to start the school semester for both me and for the kid. And I moved something, and all of a sudden it was like somebody had just like jammed something in my guts in that same spot. And I was like, oh God, okay, I'm done. And so I went and sat down, took some more Tylenol, and didn't really jack around with picking stuff up anymore at that point, because I figured that was probably my safest bet. So still had abdominal pain. Yesterday I was being a little annoyed because my nipples still burn, right? I mean, they were literally cut off and reattached. The nerves are growing back, but they burn like, man, why do these stupid things burn? About a week ago, I got this crazy weird rash on my boobs. It's gone for the most part, but it was like, it matched. It was like mirror image. I got like, I thought it was bug bites, but I think it was some sort of rash. But like, I had sores, and it got all dry and flaky and weird. So that was super bizarre. For the most part, though, my boobs don't really hurt. They've gotten pretty soft and squishy, which is nice. So we'll say that I'm like 2 months and a week out, so it's taken about this long for them to get pretty squishy. Sometimes if I'm real stressed and real tense, they're not nearly as squishy, which is an interesting thing to note, I think, the difference between when they're squishy and when they're not. Let's see, that's it for my boobs. I'm still having the weird pain in my lower back, like right here. So you can see I don't have my pants on. Right here, it feels like tender, like it feels like it's super tight. And if I like slide down my bed or on my couch, it's like almost like it pulls and the muscles are super tight and it's like yanking the muscles apart. It's very unpleasant. It doesn't feel good. I guess it's painful, but I just register pain oddly and strangely. I don't like the way that it feels for sure. It's unpleasant, and I still get that. It's not as bad as it was, and it's a little tender and sore back there. I'm growing back all of my nerves. I can tell. One of the things that's really bothersome is when I first I got out of the shower today and I put on Scar Gel and then I put on some underwear, and it was like just itchy. Like everywhere the underwear touches me is itchy. Places the underwear's not touching me is itchy, which I know is just the nerves like being all screwed up and sending the wrong signal and being like, hey, you're itchy up here, where nothing is touching you. Because at first, when I first started having that sensation, I thought that it was like the waistband of my underwear touching my scar. And then I looked at it, and the waistband of my underwear is not touching my scar. It's not even close to it. And so that's where I was like, oh, I bet it's the nerves. The nerves are telling me it's itchy. And my brain is thinking, oh, it's the scar, but it's not. So again, weird side effect, but I know those nerves have to regrow and regenerate themselves, and so I'm gonna get weird, fucked up sensations until they grow back, and then I just get accustomed to and used to the signals they are sending, which I think is also why my boobs always burn, because the nerves are regrowing. So yeah, it is what it is though. But that's about where I'm at when it comes to stuff from my surgery. Let's see, what else is going on? I think I told y'all I went to Tennessee, right? I went up to the mountains. That was fun. But turns out walking barefoot on rocks in the river, you can do it once and be okay, but if you do it a second time, you're going to be exhausted and have very sore abs. So I don't recommend doing that twice. My brother did try to get me to like climb up a super steep hill to go to some high point, and I was like, nah, dude, I can't do that. Like, my luck, I'd get halfway up there and get stuck. So I skipped that. I said I'll do it next year. But that was cool. I drove the whole way there, the whole way back. It was about 10 hours each way. I was fine, right? Like, my abs were a little sore, but I did lots of repositioning. I did lots of leaning. I have a really wide center console, so I kind of leaned at the, like, driving like this thing. So that was okay. I ate so much Publix fried chicken. So much Publix fried chicken. If you've never had Publix fried chicken, I'm sorry. It's delicious. And like, I just drank a glass of Publix Diet Sweet Tea as well. I wish I had some Publix fried chicken, but I don't. So Publix Sweet Tea will have to fit the bill. And I do want some fried chicken. Maybe I'll go to Willie Mae's and get some. Man, it's good. Willie Mae's Scotch House in the Treme. Let's see, I had orientation for nursing school this week, 2 days of it. It's gonna be intense is pretty much what it boils down to, but I've got, 20 months or so of nursing school, and that's it. That's all I've got to do for nursing school, and then I'm done. And so I am gonna start like a monthly countdown, I think, for myself, maybe weekly, maybe, who knows, but like, month by month, peel it off of, okay, 1 month done, 19 more to go. I know last semester when I was doing my prereqs, I got into, like, at first I was super intimidated, it was overwhelming, and then I got into it, and I was like, oh, I got this. Like, this is not actually a big deal. Like, I just got into a routine, I got into a rhythm. I've got a lot of discipline. Like, man, I have so much more discipline at 40 than I did when I went to college when I was 25. Like, man, I wish that I had the discipline I have at 40 that I did when I was 25, and I would probably be an electrical engineer instead of an accountant. Not that I'm complaining, because I still have a great job, I still do great things, just I probably would have stayed the course. Actually, I probably wouldn't have stayed the course. I left not because I was doing poorly, I was doing fine, but because they were taking electrical engineers and pigeonholing them into digital signal processing, which was not something I was interested in doing. And so rather than have a mentor and figure out how I could not get pigeonholed, I was just like, screw this, I'm not going to do this. And I left with like 2 semesters of a 5-year degree left to do, and switched to accounting and blasted my way through that. So, but no regrets. Like, I've had many great jobs doing accounting, great experiences. So it is what it is. But my point is, discipline at 40 is way better than discipline at 25. that was evidenced during my nursing school orientation. So we had the students who are doing the accelerated Bachelor of Science, along with the kids who are doing a traditional. And so the traditional kids have already done some prereqs. I want to say it's like 37 hours of prereqs or something like that. So that's like 3 semesters of college. But a lot of these, you can tell they're babies. They're, 19-year-olds who probably still live at home or have just moved away and are doing this by themselves. And they ask some of the most inane questions, poor little things, like, oh gosh, and as a mom and nurturer, I just kind of want to go around them up and be like, come on, babies, we'll take care of you. Like, we got this. Don't ask stupid questions in an orientation with 163, 40 people. Like, but they gotta learn sometime, right? And like I said, and I know some of them are gonna struggle. Some of the accelerated are gonna struggle, like, for sure. But you just kind of want to save them from themselves, but everyone's got to go through those mistakes and learn them somehow, sometimes the hard way. I think the accelerated program, we have people in our program that are anywhere from like age 23 to, I think the oldest is in her early 50s. I am one of the oldest. I might be the second oldest, but so that's going to be an interesting, challenging situation as being the mature adult one. But I'm also a jerk and don't really have any patience or putting up with people's stupidity or retardation or willful ignorance. If you want to help yourself, that's one thing. If you are helping yourself, that's one thing. But if you are willfully ignorant and stupid about stuff and wasting my time and other people's time, which is a valuable resource, no mercy. So I've already warned the people that I'm kind of like in a cliquey study group with, that I'm a jerk, and that I have no tact, and I just kind of tell people like it is. So I've already started making enemies by answering people's stupid questions with comments like, I highly recommend you read the student handbook and familiarize yourself with this topic, or just read. People got super offended by me suggesting they familiarize themselves with the topic, and literally that was my suggestion was that they familiarize themselves with the topic, because obviously if it's something pertaining to nursing school that's concrete, you probably need to know the definitive answer. And I did point out that they were relying on their classmates, but as they could see, there were, a dozen different answers to the question. And so somewhere in those dozen answers was the correct answer, but they would probably be better off going and seeking out that information for themselves and getting the correct information rather than a hodgepodge of a dozen different answers. Like I said, some people were right, some people were not right, some people were way off base. And I suspect the people who are way off base played telephone. And it was like, well, person A told person B, who told person C, who told me that this is what you need to do. So I was also amazed because there were people who have done nothing to prepare for nursing school. Like, they haven't gotten their titers done, they haven't started their vaccines, they haven't turned in any of the dozens and dozens of pages of paperwork we were supposed to turn in. They haven't applied for financial aid. They've done nothing. Blew my mind, and I was not the only one. But I'm like, how do you get this far and you don't know you have to do anything? Like, literally a couple people were like, I didn't realize I had to turn anything in. It's like, did you miss the email they sent? I got an email with a link that basically said, go spend some time filling out all this paperwork and doing documentation. Because, like, we had to get a physical, we had to get blood drawn, it just gobs and gobs of stuff. So, and those are also the ones that, they're going to struggle in nursing school. And you just kind of want to help them, but they got to help themselves first. We can't do everything for them because they're lost, them poor things. Anyway, that was way more about nursing school than I planned on talking about. But, as I move away from healing from this mommy makeover, I will definitely shift more into talking about nursing school. So, yeah, that's probably going to happen. Right now, I'm working on gathering supplies like scrubs. So one of the things that I was disappointed about is that I didn't think we were going to be able to work in the cadaver lab. And so it turns out we just won't be doing the dissection, but we will still be working on prosected cadavers. And so they have recommended that we get old scrubs and wear old scrubs, because obviously sometimes people who are deceased leak things, and you don't want that stuff, you know, on a nice pair of clinical whites or whatnot. So I'm trying to say that tactfully. I struggle with tact, and I don't want to be disrespectful or seen as being disrespectful towards these people who donate their bodies to the Cadaver Lab, because I think it's amazing that they did that for us, and I feel honored and privileged and grateful and thankful that we will have that opportunity to study a real live human body, not live, but real, not live, human bodies as part of our course of study. Like, man, we're fortunate for that. So I just want to, you know, clarify that point. I would love for like my kid to get to come with me because she's so into biology and science, but visitors in the Cadaver Lab is like a huge no-no, so that won't be happening. But anyway, so I'm glad we still get to go in there, but I need scrubs. So I have been scouring like Poshmark for scrubs. I think I found some that were fairly cheap. You know, people want to sell used scrubs for $15, but I can go to Walmart and get the same exact ones for like 10, so that doesn't make any sense. But I think I have everything I need minus books, right? Oh, I need a lab coat still, but I don't have books. But I have my uniform shirts. I have the pants I need. I have my uniform bottoms, my scrub bottom, not scrub bottoms, my clinicals, my shoes, my compression socks, my stethoscope, all those things. So I've been collecting, and I did get a new laptop. I don't know if I told you all that. I found one, Best Buy. It was an open box. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad, half the price of a brand new one because it was the floor model, and I am perfectly okay with that. Works pretty well. It's a touch screen, etc., etc. Anyway, I don't know why. Oh, I don't know. This video. It is what it is. I have not really been posting to my Instagram. I'm kind of in like super slacker mode. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I have so many things I need to do, so many house projects. Like, my foot's falling asleep. I got a new refrigerator today. It's sitting in the front room of my house, right? Like, it's not in my kitchen where a refrigerator belongs. It's in the front room of my house. And so my kid, after she fills up the dog food and fills up the dog water and cuts the grass, are you cutting the grass today? Are you gonna cut the grass? Yes. Okay. It's gonna take all the tape and packaging out of the new fridge, and then I guess I'm gonna. It needs to be done today, please. And then I'm gonna take the old fridge out of the kitchen and then put the new fridge in the trash-looking kitchen, and that'll be one thing. So I need to get the back bedrooms done. I need to put up desks. This is a long list. Y'all don't want to hear all this. And Phoenix is yelling at me about why she can't just cut the grass tomorrow instead of today, even though it needed to be cut about 4 or 5 days ago. Okay, so my Instagram is fatgirlgoneslim79. You should go check it out. I'm about to take some pictures of my fly hair and post it on there. You should like my videos. You should subscribe to my channel. Some of you guys that came from our online blogging, journaling, whatever your diary site you want to call it. I have been totally slacking at posting these YouTube videos on my diary. And so I know some of you guys have been asking about updates and what I'm doing. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get notifications when I update. So like my friend that is pregnant, I don't want to call you out, so 29 weeks pregnant, so you know who you are, subscribed today, and I was like, oh yay, so now she'll know. But she's also on my Facebook, but I haven't been updating Facebook either because Facebook is a fiery heap trash hole of shaming and abuse right now, and so I pretty much am just staying off of Facebook because it hurts my heart to see people be so full of hate and disdain for each other, so unfortunately. Okay, so fatgirlgoneslim79 is my Instagram. You should like my video, you should subscribe to my channel, and you should have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day.